Mrs. Noura Moore, with 78 years of age, used to live in an elderly living facility in a rural area of Gardendale, Alabama. At around 4 p.m. on July 18th of 1955, Mrs. Moore had disappeared. Officials from the home searched the immediate area of the residence but couldn't find her. They were surprised they couldn't find her because she had severe ankle and hip injuries that greatly inhibited her ability to walk. The formal search started the same day and continued for 6 days. Searchers didn't find anything for the first 5 days. But on the last day, they found Mrs. Moore 1/4 of a mile from the home lying on her side near a creek in a semi-conscious condition. She was missing her shoes and her stockings. She also complained someone was throwing water on her while she was out in the woods. She could never explain who was throwing the water. This area was searched dozens of times before, but Mrs. Moore wasn't there at those times. She was taken to a hospital and they found her in a satisfactory condition considering she was out in the woods for 6 days. As searchers were carrying her from the forest, they found wheat in the pocket of her sweater. The searchers asked her where she found the wheat since there was none around the area, but she couldn't explain it. When they asked her what she was doing in the woods for 6 days, she couldn't remember. How Mrs. Moore evaded airplanes, searchers, and others for nearly 6 days is the true question. Robert Winters, with 78 years of age, was a retired logger who enjoyed hunting outdoor. He and his 3 sons had hunted in the area of Sparks Lake, Oregon for 20 years. This area sits at an elevation of 5,400 feet. In early October of 1969, Robert with his 3 sons went to camp in the Sparks Lake for their annual deer hunting. On October 8, the sons last saw their dad at 11 a.m. They thought their dad would be hunting in the same general area that was agreed upon, but when they saw their dad had not returned, they started searching in the area. The first night that Robert went missing, snow started to fall and it kept going for the entire night. By the morning, there was 18 inches of snow on the ground. So they decided to call the authorities and an official search was started. 60 people were involved in searching for Robert. At some point later in the day, they brought helicopter and thought they saw some type of track at 7,100 feet near Soda Creek. But the tracks was discounted because nobody thought Robert would walk that high in snow that deep. It was too difficult and dangerous. The search was terminated after the 5th day without finding any trace of Robert. 9 months later, a physician on vacation found an odd scene near Soda Creek. He was looking for a campsite when he found a deer rifle, glasses, clothing, and other items just off the creek. The physician notified the authorities and they responded. The rifle was leaning against the tree and clothes were at the base of the tree, along with glasses, 1 boot, 1 glove, and other items. It was proven that all of the items belonged to Robert. They didn't find any bones in the area or any blood on the clothes. The clothes were in a good condition and they weren't torn apart. The area he was found was higher in elevation than what he agreed upon with his sons. The skeleton of Robert was never found and to this day nobody knows what happened to him. The Cooney family lived in a rural area close to a small county 20 miles west of Allegheny National Forest. On the morning of July 8, 1968, the 15-year-old Karen was told by her mother to go to the rear yard and hang clean clothes to dry. The girl did what she was told, and while she was spending time in the yard, her mother and brother heard her scream. The 2 family members ran to the backyard and found out Karen had vanished. The family searched the immediate area and then called the authorities. The sheriff responded immediately and a formal search was started. The local sheriff stated couple times that he thought the kid was kidnapped and asked the FBI for assistance. 27 hours after Karen's disappearance, a state police helicopter was patrolling the sky 3 miles from where she was disappeared when they saw her walking along the shore of Leisure Lake. The sky team asked for ground assistance and Karen was picked up. The girl was described as dazed when she was met by searchers. Karen was taken to hospital and found to be in a good condition. When Karen's mother asked her where she was and what she was doing, she stated she was chased from the house by a big man with a knife. He chased her for a long ways through the woods until she said she fell asleep. She didn't say anything else regarding the incident after that.